Hi guys, so in this video I'm going to show you what it's like for me walking my dog on a regular basis, how she pulls me all over the place, and then I'm going to show you some of the techniques that I've been using to try to teach her how to walk to heel. So I hope this video is helpful to you guys in some way, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.
She's so slow. She's a dead snail. She's slower than a chicken backpack.
So this is a norm for Danny. That's my dog's name. She pulls all over the place and she's a very strong dog. So I have to use all of my body weight sometimes to stop myself from falling over and to stop her from pulling all over the place. I have to use gloves because the nylon rubbing against my hand makes my hands actually really sore and it's very painful. So I have to use gloves when I'm walking her. And
Your head is so big, yo.
when I say this dog is strong, I'm not kidding. She is extraordinarily strong. There's no chain that I have put on Danny that she has not been able to break. So I don't work with chains anymore. I just always use nylon leashes with her. And what you see right now is Danny actually calm. I walked her yesterday, so she's much calmer, but she usually pulls much worse than this. Sit. Good girl.
See, she actually.
I prefer to walk Danny using a breast strap or a shoulder harness, whichever you guys prefer to call it. I find it's easier on her neck because of the breathing that you would have heard before. Sometimes it actually sounds like she's choking. And I find, strangely enough, that I actually have more control over her when I use the breast strap. When I'm just using the neck collar, she pulls a lot more readily and I find with a lot more force. But when I use the breast strap, I find it's much easier for me to control her. It might be different for you guys and for your dog, so you have to try it and see if it works for you. So this is how I've been walking with Danny, so I have more control over her, and so the walk is more enjoyable for us both. We definitely still have a long way to go, but she's actually improved drastically from when we first started.
You have to keep the leash short and you can control the dog at all times.
What I actually do sometimes is wrap the leash, as you can see me doing here, is I wrap the leash around my waist or around my hips. And that makes it easier on my arm because sometimes my arm gets really sore when Danny's pulling the way that she does. So in this way, I can actually use the weight of my body to control her instead of pulling my socket out. So you'll see me stopping and actually kind of leaning back, pressing back on the leash. And that actually brings Danny back to me without me having to use my arm to pull her. So what I'm actually working on with Danny is called loose leash walking or walking to heel. So Danny's supposed to be next to me at all times instead of in front of me and pulling. So anytime that any stress is on the leash, anytime that she's pulling the lead, I'll stop, bring her back to me next to me, and she actually stops now. Before she, it would have taken a lot for me to get her to stop when I do, but she's learned to stop when I do, and then I'll stay for a couple of seconds and start moving again. And every time she pulls on the lead or I feel any pressure on the lead, I'll stop, pull her back to me, get her to stop, and then we'll start walking again. Now this takes an extraordinary amount of patience. So if you're going to do this and you know you're someone who gets frustrated really easily, just work with the dog for 5 minutes at a time. 5 minutes is better than no time at all. Now Danny is going to be 8 years old in June this year, and this is May. So why am I now trying to teach my dog how to walk on a lead? Because one, I had no patience before, and because I was physically able before to allow her to pull all over the place, I just gave up on trying to teach her how to walk to lead. So how to walk on a lead. So now that I'm ill, I still want to be able to walk her, and no one else can do it the way that she pulls. No one else will be able to. She'd fall someone down, so I don't allow anyone else to do it unless it's one of my male friends. But it's important to work with a dog when they're young. To try to work with the dog when they're young. If I had taught Danny to do this when she was younger, I would be able to bring my dog out anytime I want to, even if I'm not feeling my best. As long as she can walk slowly with me, we'd be able to go and stroll and have walks together. But I'm having to work on it now, and it's difficult because I'm not able to do it every day. There's sometimes when I work with her and then 2 weeks go by because I'm not feeling well and I can't. So that's what's making this process take as long as it is. So in the next video, I'm going to show you guys how I made a backpack for Danny, as you can see in this video. And my intention was to weigh her down, like you see so many people tell you. Like I saw this tip from Caesar Milan and other people, that when you weigh the dog down, you know, they'll walk a little slower. It gives them a sense of purpose. Didn't work with my dog though. Unfortunately, did absolutely nothing. The amount of weight that I would have to put on her to slow her down might potentially break her back. So I don't use it as much as I intended to. But I'm still going to show you guys how I made my own so that you guys can try it and it might work for your dogs as well. So you guys can stay tuned for that video and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
You walk too fast though. You get your earbud.